Okay, today is all about fruit. You'll see, compared to the last one that I brought you on, the gooseberry bushes have all bar one or two been emptied. I'll weigh those up shortly. This would be their second year, so first year they were in, they did almost nothing, just concentrated on growing. This year we had a modest harvest, much lower than I would normally expect, and then from next year onwards I'd expect a larger harvest. These will need to be shaped and pruned appropriately towards the end of the season, just to make sure they're growing in the open goblet sort of shape. Disaster this year with the cherries. I've got the roof netted but not the sides, and the birds have had the lot. I think I've had about 10 cherries off of these trees, so not ideal. Blueberries, they only went in about April, so these I didn't expect to have a crop this year, and I don't expect to have one. They've taken a bit of a battering, lots of sun scorch being their first year and only just transplanted. A couple of them have been fine, the other couple have been knocked a bit, but they'll come back next year. Rhubarb is just as weedy as when I left it. Yeah, I will get around to clearing that. I did take a bit of a pick before I started weeding, never got around to finishing it, but I started it just to try and clear the area so that we had some nice fresh growth come back. But yeah, we'll have to get onto that when we have 5 minutes, but yeah, I'll just go and show you the strawberry bed. Okay, and the strawberry beds, they're now pretty much in full production. Big pick. Yeah, we'll be picking this at least weekly, probably twice weekly for the next month to 6 weeks. This bed was the first to come on, shortly followed by that bed, so these will be the first two to finish. And the third bed, which is the oldest of the most mature of the plants, was the last to come on, and that'll be the one that we last get to. As I said last time, once all the fruit and everything has settled down, and the end of the year, once everything's sort of quietened down, I will lift every strawberry plant here, including the ones on the paths, and reset my beds, disposing of the adult plants in that bed there, because they'll be tapped out. These two beds will be this will be next year will be their last year, and I'll transplant the largest of the runners across to the new strawberry bed and top up the bed I'm taking out, just in order to keep a continuing cycle, really, more than anything else. I'll bring you back in a few minutes when I get home, just to look at weighing up the fruit harvest from today. Okay, let's see what these gooseberries weighed in at. Okay, so it's about it's a fraction over a pound. A lot of you will notice that these are quite small. This is because this is the first crop from those current bushes, and I'm not so worried about it, because I quite like mine very tart, because what I'll do is I'll turn this gooseberry into gooseberry jam or a conserve, which has got a lot of sugar in it. The sugar will cut through some of the tartness, and I'll then use that when I do my cooking and my baking and things where I'm actually going to use this. I'll use the conserve rather than the actual fresh berries. Just makes it easier to space it out. I mean, if I turn this into jam, it can just sit in the cupboard until I need it, rather than having to use them fairly promptly upon harvesting. Right, should we do the strawberries in a moment? Okay, right. This week's strawberry harvest. Let's see what we get. I'll probably have to use 2 of these. Okay. Let's put it to kilos. That's easier for me. See if I can get up to 1.5 kilos in this bowl before I switch to the next one. There you go, 1.5 kilos, bring you back for the next one. And number 2, let's see what we've got. One. 1.1, so not quite as much as last time. So that's 2.6 kilos as opposed to about 3 kilos last time. I would put that down largely to the cooler weather. So we've had a lot of rain, which has helped plump the berries, but the cooler weather has prevented quite so many ripening. That, and we've had the birds that seem to have discovered the strawberry patch now, so we've had a fair bit of damage from that. Very little slug damage because I use no dig beds, but yeah, plenty of bird damage. I'm not bothering to net because I've got so many plants. You know, if they take 10 or even 15%, you know, we've still got more than we can possibly eat. So yeah, this will be children will be let loose on this until they can't eat anymore, and then whatever's left will be frozen with the aim of making jams and other conserves for things like strawberry ice cream and trifles, cheesecakes, things like that at a later date, just to reduce the bulk, because at the moment it's filling up quite a lot of my freezer. Right, well, thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.